On a cruise ship, there are passengers who are quietly noticed the moment they step into the dining area. Like the couple who confidently walks to the buffet with the same plate they used earlier, not realizing a nearby crew member immediately takes mental note. Most first-time travelers see it as normal, but experienced cruisers instinctively grab a fresh plate every time. Because on board, small habits often reveal who understands the system and who doesn't. It's never said out loud, but the difference is quietly visible in how people move, choose, and behave around the buffet stations. And what most guests don't realize is that this is only the beginning of subtle observation on board. In the main dining room, even a slight delay, like arriving a few minutes late for your seating, can shift the entire rhythm of service, and you might notice staff adjusting their pace in a way that regular guests instantly recognize. Meanwhile, experienced travelers are already seated on time, knowing that the cruise runs on silent timing that keeps everything smooth. Then comes the moment many first-timers underestimate. Walking into specialty dining in casual daytime clothing, where nothing is directly said, but the atmosphere subtly changes for a second as others immediately understand who is familiar with cruise etiquette, and who is still learning it. On a cruise, dining is never just about food. It's about blending into a quiet system where experience is noticed long before words are exchanged. One of the most misunderstood moments on a cruise ship happens the instant elevator doors open and someone steps in too early, before others have fully exited. It looks small from the outside, but inside the elevator there is a very brief shift. People adjust their position, pause their movement, and for a second the space feels slightly compressed. Most first-time passengers don't notice it at all, but experienced cruisers immediately recognize what just happened without a single word being spoken. Crew never explain elevator etiquette on board, because they assume returning travelers already understand the flow of movement. That's why experienced passengers naturally step back, let others exit first, and even wait for the next elevator during busy hours without hesitation. But first-time travelers often act on instinct, stepping forward quickly, not realizing how clearly that timing reveals inexperience in a space where everyone is quietly aware of everyone else. And then comes the moment that stays unnoticed by the person who caused it. A passenger tries to enter just as others are still stepping out, the elevator hesitates for a fraction of a second, and the group inside subtly shifts to make room. No one reacts loudly, but one experienced traveler briefly looks toward the doorway, not in anger, but in recognition. That is enough. The moment is over, but the signal has already been sent. Because what most people don't realize is, elevator etiquette is not the rule that defines a cruise ship. It's only the first layer of something much more revealing. There is a moment on cruise ship pool decks that most first-time travelers completely misunderstand. When rows of empty chairs appear reserved, yet the people who claim them are nowhere in sight. Towels, books, and sunglasses quietly mark space, creating an unspoken system that looks normal at first, but behaves very differently from what most guests expect. Experienced cruisers don't challenge it, they simply adapt. They understand that pool deck space is not permanently owned, and that the system resets itself throughout the day without warning. But first-time passengers often assume those items guarantee ownership, so they leave and return hours later expecting everything to remain exactly as they left it. And this is where the real moment happens. A guest returns after a long break, confidently walking toward their chair, slows down slightly, then stops. The towel is gone. The space has already been cleared and reassigned by crew due to long absence. There is no one to question, no explanation to receive. Just a quiet pause where expectation and reality no longer match. After a few seconds, they simply turn away and choose another spot, carrying a small sense of realization they didn't expect to have on vacation. This is what most people never understand. The cruise ship doesn't correct you loudly. It simply adjusts your understanding in silence. But this is still not the most misunderstood rule on board, because the next one happens in a place where everyone believes they are completely in control, until they aren't. One of the most underestimated moments on a cruise ship happens the first time a passenger steps onto their balcony and assumes they are completely alone. The door closes behind them, the ocean feels wide and private, and for a few seconds there is a sense of total isolation from everyone else on board. But what most people don't realize is how little separation actually exists between balconies, and how quickly small actions can carry further than expected. At first, everything feels normal. A passenger leans slightly over the railing, takes in the view, maybe speaks a little louder without thinking. But then something subtle shifts. not in reaction, but in behavior next door. A nearby guest pauses mid-action, not visibly reacting, but mentally registering the sound or movement. And this is where the first realization quietly begins. Privacy on board is not absolute, it is shared in invisible layers. But balcony etiquette is not actually where most passengers make their biggest mistake. It's what happens when they forget how sound behaves in tight vertical spaces like this. And then the moment escalates without warning. A chair drags slightly harder than intended, or a casual conversation carries just enough to cross into another space. For a brief moment, nearby balconies go completely still, not in discomfort, but in recognition. It's the kind of realization that doesn't create a reaction outside, but creates a correction inside the minds of those who hear it. Because balcony privacy isn't about being seen or not seen. It's about the moment you realize others have already adjusted to your presence without you noticing. There is a very specific shift that happens on cruise ship corridors after late evening. Not in appearance, but in human sensitivity. Footsteps naturally become softer, doors close more carefully, and conversations quietly lower without anyone being told. Most experienced passengers adapt to this automatically because they understand something simple. Sound travels differently in narrow, enclosed hallways. But first-time travelers often don't recognize this change has already happened. A cabin door closes with slightly too much force, or someone walks down the corridor speaking casually, unaware that inside nearby rooms, attention immediately shifts. Not visibly, not loudly, but mentally, people begin adjusting their awareness to what just passed through the space. Inside those cabins, there is no complaint, no reaction, no interruption. But there is a subtle mental pause, as if multiple guests have briefly synchronized attention toward the same sound before returning to what they were doing. That's the part most people never realize. They think nothing happened, while others have already processed it. However, hallway behavior becomes most sensitive at a time when passengers least expect it. When the ship feels quiet enough that they assume no one is paying attention anymore. And then the stronger moment happens. A louder laugh or conversation briefly echoes down the corridor, and for a second the entire hallway feels mentally held. Not because anyone reacts externally, but because multiple guests inside their cabins simultaneously register the disruption and adjust their awareness. Because hallway etiquette is never explained on board. It is only understood the first time you realize you were the reason someone else became aware of the sound. At first glance, interacting with cruise crew members feels straightforward. Polite requests, quick responses, and moving on. But what most passengers never realize is that every interaction is quietly interpreted inside a system that remembers tone more than words, even when nothing is ever mentioned back to the guest. There is a moment that usually passes unnoticed. A passenger speaks slightly impatiently during a busy service period. The conversation continues normally, but something about the next response feels fractionally different. Not wrong, not delayed, just subtly adjusted in tone. It is small enough that most people dismiss it instantly, yet experienced travelers immediately recognize that the interaction has been mentally reclassified without any announcement. And this is where the real emotional disruption happens. Because the passenger feels nothing unusual, but the system behaves slightly differently around them afterward. Not visibly, not dramatically, but in a way that creates a quiet imbalance in how the next exchange unfolds. That gap between nothing happened and something changed is exactly what most people never consciously process. Shock anchor moment. Because what feels like a normal conversation on board is often the exact moment the system decides how future interactions will quietly adjust around you, without ever informing you it did. This is where understanding begins to shift on the final morning of a cruise. When the ship stops feeling like a vacation space and starts functioning like a fully structured movement system. Luggage is placed outside cabins, corridors become busier, and passengers begin acting as if timing has become flexible again. But in reality, control is still active in the background. A passenger decides to leave earlier than their assigned group, thinking it won't matter at this stage. They move confidently toward the exit flow. But before fully merging into it, they are stopped and calmly redirected back into their assigned group. There is no tension, no embarrassment, but a brief hesitation interrupts their movement, not because they are challenged, but because they suddenly realize the system reacts faster than personal assumption. What actually happens is slightly different from what they expected. Because disembarkation is not a relaxed exit, it is a timed release process that continues until the very last passenger is guided out in order. Experienced travelers already accept this without thinking, while first-time passengers often only understand it at the exact moment they are redirected back into flow. And this reveals something most passengers miss. The system doesn't wait for understanding. It simply continues operating while people adjust to it in real time. So if you watch video until end, it's mean you are worried about cruise experience. So don't worry, PortToPortLife is here for you. Make sure to subscribe and like our channel. After this, you have received a next level of information from this.